All right, hi guys. Good evening. How are you guys doing? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. All right. So I'm going to give some tips on how to do some binomial expansion questions. As time goes on, I'm going to give you some, calculator tips and some shortcuts you need to know for the exams. Okay, I'm a fan of shortcuts. Uh, One of the shortcuts I always tell my students is when you're doing completing the square, calculator can give you the answer. You still get full marks. You don't need to show you're working, but you need to understand why it is like that. Okay, we'll see some of those shortcuts. But let's deal on a binomial expansion. How we can find the term independent of x, the term that has x squared like that. So from our basics of binomial expansion, the powers is very important. This power, anything I'm expanding, let's say I want to expand x plus y to the power of 4. Okay, even if you don't know what to do, just do this. X4, the last term is going to be y4. What happens is this power of x decreases. So I will have x3, x2, x1. Then this is obviously x0. Then y is going to start. So this is y0, y1, y2, y3, then y4. You can see the powers always add up to give me 4. So this is y0. We don't write it. This is x0. We don't write it. So this is the basics of binomial expansion. How do we get these numbers here? There are different ways. Your exam recommends you to use NCR. Okay? We'll see that very soon. So this is NC0, NC1, NC2, NC3 like that. Okay, so you should be used to your formula. You're given in your formula booklet, so you don't need to memorize it. Now, why are we doing this? So sometimes you can have fractions, you can have numbers. So this is a tricky one. It's 4 marks. So like I always tell my students, we have maximum 4.5 minutes to solve if you divide per question. So let's say we are doing this in 4 minutes. So some students, they use the formula, they find error, then they now, substitute errors. If you know that and you're very confident in doing that, 100% you're right. But I believe there should be an easier way for us to do that. And let's see, from what we saw just now, this power will always add up to give me 8. So let's take some few combinations that will give me 8. So I can have 7 and 1. I can have 6 and 2. I can have 2 and 6. Okay, I can have 4 and 4. So I have a lot, right? Very a lot. I can have 5 and 3, 3 and 5. So I can have 5 and 3, then 3 and 5. Is there any other 1, 2, 3, 4? I think these are some of the combinations. So like we saw, this will always be 2x, 1 by 2x3. So these powers should add up to give me 8. And I have some few combinations here. Now let's think together. Let's just do some random numbers. Let's put 7 and 1. Remember, I need the term that is independent of x. Independent of x. So it means the term where the x cancels out. There will be no x in the final expression. So let's think. If you are good with indices, remember the rules of indices is x to the power of n, x to the power of y is x, n minus y. Right? So let's say I put 7. Let's deal with the x for now. So x7 divide, if I put this one here, it become x4. So if they were asking for x4, this is my term. So I don't need x4. Now let's put 4 and 4. 4 and 4. So if I put 4 here, so x4 divide x12. No, it won't work. So maximum 3 times, I always tell my student. So you need to do the other ones mentally. Now let's put 2 and 6. 2 and 6. So I have x squared divide x18. No, I won't. The x will not cancel. Now let's put 6 and 2. You see, I've almost tried everything. Only 5 and 3 I've not tried. Let's try 5 and 3. Even if you, mental math now. 5, 3. So x to the power of 5 divide x to the power of 9. Because 3 times 3 will be 9. That will not cancel. So you see, mental math will give you the answer directly. So if I have 6 and 2 here, so you can see x6 divide, so x to the power of 6 from here times 1 over x6 from here. The 6 will cancel. So this is my term I want. So if I were you, I would do more questions on this, but try to look for questions like this. Now, how do we get the numbers here? So there's a trick. The highest power, so it's going to be NCR. So it will be 8 combination. You can put 6 or 2, it doesn't matter. You can put 2, you can put 6, it doesn't matter. So I always put the number at the end. It doesn't matter. 8 combination 2 is equals to 8 combination 6. You can try it. Same thing. So now, this is what I'm looking for. You don't need to expand everything, then you now start comparing. So this will give me 8 combination 2. You press your calculator, is 28 times 2 to the power of 6 x6 times 1 over 2 to the power of x6. Remember, this 2 is for everything, so don't make that mistake. So 2 to the power of 2. Okay, so this is 2 to the power of 2. Now, from here, I will just get 28 times 2 to the power of 6 minus 2. So this is 2, this is 6. So 2 to the power of 4. When you multiply it, you get 448. So this, I believe, should be the answer to this question. This I believe. Okay, so this is one way we tackle these kind of problems. This is one way we tackle these kind of problems. So this paper is from winter 16, paper 1-1, question 2. So October, November 2016. So this is one way we can do it. We can see another example.